Sky Sports pundit Tim Sherwood believes Ryan Gravenberch will join Jürgen Klopp's Liverpool in the summer transfer window. Bayern Munich midfielder Ryan Gravenberch has been a transfer target for Liverpool for some time now, and according to a new report, there is now a major reason for the move to happen. At just 21 years of age, the Dutchman burst onto the football scene as an exciting youngster at Ajax, and some see him as one of the most promising young players in Europe. After leaving the Eredivisie side behind, Gravenberch moved to Bayern Munich last summer with big things expected of him again. Unfortunately, he has yet to make a noticeable impact for the Bundesliga giants, at least in a positive sense, with the possibility of a move away from Germany looming in the final weeks of the summer transfer window. Liverpool have emerged as one of the most likely targets should the youngster leave, and are seen as one of a number of potential options to help continue the rebuild in the middle of the park. The fact that Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai have already joined the squad suggests that the Reds have their man in the number 8 position but are instead turning their attention to more defensive options. Wataru Endo arrives to strengthen that area of the pitch, while Crystal Palace's Sheikh Doucouré is also rumoured to be on the move. However, after a new update, it seems that Gravenberch's move to Anfield this summer is still a possibility. Recent reports claim that a £20 million bid for Gravenberch could come from Liverpool, as Jürgen Klopp personally believes he can get the best out of the player. Liverpool are reportedly willing to offer £20 million for Ryan Gravenberch. Jürgen Klopp has a lot of faith in Gravenberch. However, Bayern there is no concrete offer so far. On the other hand, Sky Sports pundit Sherwood stated that Gravenberch did not get much playing time at Bayern and that he thinks the 21-year-old will move to Anfield. Gravenberch made 3 starts and 21 substitute appearances for Bayern last season in the Bundesliga and 2 starts and 4 substitute appearances in the UEFA Champions League. If you look at their current squad, can they be Premier League champions again? Absolutely not. But anything can happen in the next few weeks. I'm sure Bayern midfielder Ryan Gravenberch will go there. He hasn't played since he went there, he said. This is a bit of a strange situation for Liverpool considering Gravenberch is seen more as a number 8 than a number 6. The Reds are already well stocked in this area, with the likes of Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott good options alongside Mac Allister and Szoboszlai. The Bayern man is not a natural defensive midfielder, although he has played in this area occasionally in his career. Therefore, someone like Sheikh Doucouré seems like a better choice to ensure the midfield has the best possible balance. However, the fact that Klopp likes Gravenberch a lot should also be taken into account, and the manager might even think that he can develop him into a top number 6 over time, considering how many years he has ahead of him and the fact that Julian Nagelsmann has praised his good positioning in the past. Gini Wijnaldum arrived from Newcastle in 2016 as an attacking player and seemed to play in that role at Newcastle United, but he quickly developed into a disciplined midfielder who excelled in a Liverpool shirt. If Klopp believes the same can happen with Gravenberch and sees him as the best player available at this point in the summer transfer window, then the Reds boss has a lot of credibility in the bank. A £30 million move could replace Joe Gomez. This window has been extremely damaging for the Reds' reputation. The scattershot approaches to Romeo Lavia and Moises Caicedo have been heavy indictments of the club's failed transfer strategy, leaving the club scrambling for options. The focus on the problems in midfield has distracted attention from the lack of defensive depth, another major issue that needs to be addressed. As a result, Liverpool are reportedly looking to sign a player to solve this problem. According to reports, Torino star Per Schuurs is set to re-enter Liverpool's radar as Jürgen Klopp looks for defensive reinforcements. With Mickey van der Ven joining Tottenham Hotspur and Goncalo Inacio signing a new deal with Sporting, the Reds are once again targeting Per Schuurs. Meanwhile, Schuurs, who can fetch up to £30 million, is seen as a realistically priced option for the Merseysiders. Furthermore, a well-placed source has said that Liverpool captain and compatriot Virgil van Dijk is aware of his quality and is a big fan of the 23-year-old. The Dutchman has been in Turin since 2022 and made 30 Serie A games for the Italians last season. During that time, Schuurs averaged 3.2 tackles and 1.7 interceptions per game, dribbled only 0.4 times per game, won 55% of his duels and completed 77% of his dribbles. He did not make any errors that resulted in an opposition shot or goal. Shaw's commendable figures mean he also ranks impressively on the continent. He ranks in the top 18% of his peers in Europe's top 5 leagues for successful tackles per 90 minutes and in the top 22% for interceptions per 90 minutes. The young stopper was previously hailed as a great Dutch talent by former Premier League champion Mark Overmars after 4 years at Ajax. A player of this profile and potential is a logical upgrade for Joe Gomez, who has struggled for form and stability after 8 years at Anfield. Part of this was out of the 26-year-old's control as he missed 233 games due to constant injury problems, which caused him to fluctuate in the standings. Before the current campaign, in the last 3 Premier League seasons, the former Charlton Athletic talent had made just 36 appearances. But when he did play, he did not look effective and convincing. Alan Shearer reinforced this point of view with these words: "Joe Gomez makes too many mistakes. Virgil van Dijk doesn't look comfortable with him. When Gomez plays, you always feel he can make a mistake." With Liverpool aiming to reclaim their rightful place in the top 4 while competing in the Europa League, Klopp needs to have the most reliable players available. Gomez unfortunately does not fall into this category. While Van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate are likely to remain the German manager's first-choice defensive duo, Shaw's, the "Mountain," as reporter Josh Bunting calls him, could provide excellent depth more reliably than Gomez. Liverpool injury update. Liverpool suffered a pair of injury scares at the weekend. Alexis Mac Allister's red card in the 3-1 win over Bournemouth was a disappointment, but the Reds also saw Trent Alexander-Arnold and Luis Diaz pick up injuries. Jürgen Klopp spoke about the pair ahead of their trip to Newcastle next week. The Liverpool boss also gave an update on the return from injury of Thiago Alcantara and Stefan Bajcetic. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Klopp replaced Alexander-Arnold late in Saturday's win and was seen talking to the player about his injury as he limped off. The right-back described the injury as painful but is not expected to miss the Newcastle game. "I hope so," Klopp said when asked if Alexander-Arnold would be okay. "He told me that he kicked me quite painfully. But as far as a twist or a fall is concerned, it was a kick. That's why we changed it, but I hope he'll be okay," he said. Luis Diaz. Colombian winger Diaz was also feared to be out injured in the dying minutes at Anfield. Asked about Diaz after his spectacular goal, Klopp shrugged off a possible injury and said there was little to worry about. Thiago Alcantara. The experienced playmaker is back in training after a hip injury that prematurely ended his 2022-2023 season. Liverpool could have him ready to return to action soon, but no timeframe has yet been set. Klopp said last week that Thiago's return was very close, but not yet. Stefan Bajcetic. Young midfielder Bajcetic returned to the Liverpool squad at the weekend for the first time since March. He was an unused substitute against Bournemouth but is almost ready.